Hey guys, what is up? Today we're going to be talking about something that is maybe a little bit not fun, a little bit more serious, but it's really important to me that you guys know that you're protected here, that we care about you and we love you. And so that means that we want to make sure that we have policies in place to make sure that you feel comfortable here and that you are as safe as you possibly can be in this building with us, with our leaders. And so, before I dive into the main topic of today, I just kind of want you guys to know that there is requirements for our leaders. Not just anybody can rock up in here and be a part of this group that we've created here. There are strict things that we ask of them and we ask of our leaders. And so the first is all of our leaders need to have a background check. So that includes criminal history. They all have to go through an interview process to make sure that they are safe, that they have the attitude, and that they love and care about you guys. They have to have institutional references. And for what that means is just simply they have to have references from other places where they volunteered with students, where they have worked with students, just so we can get a little bit more of an idea of how their behavior is with students. And we have a rule that they should never be alone with you guys in a one-on-one situation. And that includes texting, guys. There should never be a moment where you are in a texting conversation with a leader that is not a group chat. We only do group chats here. That's for your safety. And any volunteer must be a member of our church for at least 6 months. And so that 6-month period gives us a time to get to know them, really know them, their heart and their character. And so what all that leads up to is something that might be a little bit scary to talk about, a little bit weird maybe to talk about in the church, but I want you to know once again that you're safe. So I want to talk about sex offenders in the church. And so by this I mean people who have committed a crime. God transforms lives and people come to Jesus, but those actions have consequences. And so there are a number of ways that this could go. And so you might be asking, how would we even know if there was a sex offender in our church? And so they might just straight up tell us. Someone who knows them might tell us. The background check that we run for all of our volunteers, like I just told you, it could come up on there. Or one of the references from a place that they've worked or a place that they volunteered might let us know that this person is on the sex offender registry. And so what do we do in that situation? And there are a couple of questions that we need to ask ourselves, and we need to take a hard look at the person and decide, can they attend our church? Because there are some circumstances, guys, where the answer is going to be no. They can't be a part of our community based on the crime that they've done or other factors. The answer will sometimes be no, they can't join our community. But the answer will sometimes be yes, they can be a part of our community. Christ has changed them, Christ has redeemed them. But you might want to know, what does that look like for someone who's on that list to attend our church? And so that is a really big fancy term called a limited attendance agreement. This is a policy that we have in place to ensure that everybody here is safe as they possibly can be. And this protects you, and this protects the person who's coming in. This makes sure that everything is above board. And so this entails a couple of things. Number one, they will not be allowed to work with students. And by students, I don't just mean you guys in your age group, but I mean younger students. They're not allowed to work with minors in any capacity. So that means any events that we have, they won't be allowed to be there are definitely not during our regular service times. They won't be allowed to volunteer and be here, and they will not be giving rides. They won't be driving the church van for you guys back and forth. They will not be asked to give you a ride home after group if that's no, that's not something that we would want to happen in order, once again, to protect you guys. And also, they have to agree to have a chaperone while they're at the church. And so what that means is probably what you think it means, that when they're here, from the moment that they come on church property, someone will be watching them, and someone will be making sure that everything is okay. And in addition to that, we also have cameras all around our campus here to make sure that everybody is safe, that we know what's going on at all times, and so that there's not even a possibility that something could happen to anybody on our campus. And so some of you might say that seems a little bit extreme. I hate chaperones, because I know that you guys do not enjoy the chaperone thing, but it's a necessary step because we love you and we want you to be safe, and we want you to feel safe while you're here on this campus, because this is your home and you deserve to feel comfortable in your home. And so I hope that this made you guys feel a little bit comfortable to know that we do have a plan in the event that this happens.